Thanks for stopping by, Mystic Moons. Miss Moons is wondering something that we really shouldn't even have to think about it. I'm a former New Yorker. I used to live in New York City. I used to live in Brooklyn and Manhattan. And for a period of time, I always knew wherever I went, if I came back to New York City, I would be having a job. That was the New York City. I know the town, Manhattan, left, right, up, down, south, east, west, north, south, etc. And I went to school there. And I've worked there. So, New York City, how can it go to Mario Cuomo? This reading is for people, former New Yorkers, and would-be New Yorkers. Now, if you think about the line of mayors New York City has had, New York City, they always say, Frank Sinatra said, one hell of a town, right? It is one hell of a town. But is New York City basking in its former glory days? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. New York City of yesterday is not the New York City of today. And will it be a kingpin of culture and class and happenings? Don't bet on it. Don't bet on it. So anyway, for those kind of cynical, matter-of-fact New Yorkers, welcome to this reading. And if you can put on not even your psychic caps, but do put on your psychic caps, but also your what the WTF, excuse me, we lived through Bloomberg, we lived through Ed Koch, we lived through, now we're living through, who's the newest guy? Adams, yes, of course, how can I forget? Now, and New York City has had its share of corruption all through the decades, blah, 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 blah. And we do know that Andrew Cuomo used to be governor of New York. And he was so great that he had to have his first lieutenant step in, Kathy Hochul. Now, this man is getting support to be the next mayor of New York. After all his plentiful sins. I don't want to call them attributes per se, sins. So let's ask the spirit, can this formerly deposed governor be the answer to New York's prayers, if they even think about prayers? Dreams, if you can still dream in New York, paying $10,000 for nothing per month, or okay, so maybe $6,000 for a little studio. And on a 45K salary, 75K salary will get you nowhere. You have to at least be making much more than you usually offered in New York City. You need 150, 250, 350. And then again, your taxes, city, state tax, it's endless. So as we approach Liberation Day, April the 2nd, according to our President Donald J. Trump, let's see the validity, the authenticity of Andrew Cuomo being the next mayor of New York City. All right, let's just pick a few cards and let's ask Spirit, can this man who was once banished for his horrible actions during lockdown, COVID, the nursing home victims, the people of New York, their jobs, the small business, are you going to reward this flawed man, this very flawed individual, with the keyship, running you and your lives again? It's almost as though we have rerun. Are we to expect lockdown 2? He did a good job. If New York is going to elect this man, will New York elect this man to be the next mayor of New York City? Hello. Lynetta, are you a New Yorker? Oh, whatever. Lynetta wants to be discreet about her political things. Okay, so first of all, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We're wondering what in heaven's name, what in the heaven's name is this man? Will he be? Will the New Yorkers say, oh, you were so great, we had to kick you out as being the governor, but we want you as mayor? This is the Seven of Pentacles. Your judgment is so great. Look at this. Now we have the mayoral fight, the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. Is this something that is contentious or not? Can he be the face of the Democratic Party? Again, think about it, New Yorkers. Think about Andrew Cuomo being the man who's going to have say, rules, etc. over you. New York. Cuomo in New York, just because his father Mario and his mother, what was her name? Marana? Mario. I just had it a little while ago. It'll come to me. Mario. And look at this. We have the Five of Pentacles, the poorhouse. This is where it's going in New York City. This is New York City. New York City. This is what he could bring. So we do see that there is will he be the next governor? There's a lot of people against the whole thing. The Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. The fives are always very, cut and dry and unstable. Now, there's a lot of opposition. Drive you further into the poorhouse, and he will fight for you. There's a lot of fighting about it. It's just a lot of people don't want Mario Cuomo. They want to retire Mario, go to Florida, go the Bahamas, somewhere. And here we have the Emperor. Could this be his alter ego thinking about, or this could be the job itself, the mayor of New York? The Emperor, I rule over 9 million people. I am. Isn't there a movie like that? I am. Or maybe it's a rock group, William I Am. And here we have the King, the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe the decision, the workhorse decision as to whether or not he can be the mayor is because he can bring in the cash, the money sponsors. He can get the funds together to drive New Yorkers further crazy, further mad. He can drive that once great city further into the ground before it becomes exactly a totally futuristic crazy zone. Dystopic. The fact of money is not everything. Heart and soul and the life. If New York has any life left in it after Mr. Adams, then Mario is the man to bust it up completely, to further drain, shrink, stamp anything, any resemblance. Of course, they can always bring in a team, a horde of artists, give them artist space, and it can be once again built off on the backs of artists after they create a whole bunch of stuff. And then the real estate people come in and they go, oh, wow, wouldn't you like to live in this creative jungle? Well, the last part is right, jungle. And it seems as though we have two opposing sides, two opposing views. We have those that, oh God, no, he'll just put the nail in the coffin, and the other ones go, but he could bring in the cash, and that's what we need. So will he or will he not become the next mayor of New York City? The next mayor of New York City. All right, so we have two sides. There's always two sides. And then we have, wait, this one I didn't pick up. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh, we have the money there. Look at the money. We have, if you want to become mayor of New York, you got to bring in the money sponsors, the money donors, the money donors. If you want the mayor to become the mayor of New York City, the emperor of the so-called greatest city in the United States. And we have here, look at this. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Well, it all comes down to money, doesn't it? Money, 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 money. But does money bring life? Does money bring hope? Does money bring what New York City was built on? I can guarantee that you bring Mario Cuomo in, the little life New York City really has left. This is the future of Mario Cuomo being mayor of New York. I can draw one more for each side, all right? Let's see now, maybe three more. We have here the mayor as being the emperor, and we have the poorhouse, the five of pentacles, and the five of wands, meaning it's a totally disastrous move. Now let's see how let's draw one card apiece for that, right? One card for the disastrous move of putting that man at any type of public function because he has no empathy for his constituent, right? He has no empathy, no feeling for anyone besides his. He lacks something. He lacks something big time. Accountability, he always skirts through the connection. All right, okay. Now for this part, the money aspect, he can bring in the dough, and that is the kingpin of New York City. They are always in need of money. Money, money, money. Who wins? One for this. And for the judgment of it. The judgment. Let's do one card for that one, all right? We'll just pick it in front so we all can see. Judgment. Oh, this one. Let's see if New York is going to create a folly, revival, or disaster. So the first thing let's pick the anti. And here we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. There's lots of energy not to have him there. There's lots of force not to have him be. And the money aspect, we have the Nine of Wands. Look at these wands. Disaster. He could bring in the money, but that's the death of the city. The death of the city. And then we have the judgment for the mayoral position. We have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. Now, since we have the Two of Cups in this factor, the Two of Cups, we have two wands, the Eight of Wands being the negative and the positive, the Two of Cups. I would say no, because either way, he messes up. Either way, New York City loses. The Nine of Wands, for all the dough he will bring in, the people will leave, and he's bad for political, social, moral. I mean, even to use a city with morality, no. And then here, the opposition is plentiful. The Eight of Wands, there's a lot of opposition. And then the Two of Cups under the judgment. They'll have to decide. The city goes down, but we have money for the few, and we have a dead zone. New York City becomes a dead zone. So I would see on the premise of New York City becoming a dead zone. Maybe that's meant to be. Who knows? Spirit, what do you say? Cuomo will not get it. He will not become mayor. He will not become mayor. And if he does, he has the dead zone. Because it's truly no life, no empathy, no anything. All right? So that's what I say. That's what the spirits say. Will Mario become the governor? Not the governor, he was the governor, the mayor of New York City? If he does, you have the Nine of Wands. And it's because he has the money. And the Nine of Wands, hell on earth in New York City. Complete hell. Just call it Hell City. Hell City. New Hell City. And the opposition is working hard to make sure that man does not sully New York City any more than he already has. And for the position of being the mayor of this failing, the Emperor, Judgment, Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Well, if you want to drink poison, it's up to you. Andrew Cuomo drinks poison for New York City remaining legacy. All right, if you like the reading, if you have any comments, subscribe. And if you think he's fabulous, leave a comment. If you think he is the scourge, leave a comment. And if you'd like to donate, please do. Until the next time, Mystic Moons will explore political things. Until then, let's all keep the faith. Until the next time, bye-bye. And